Welcome to Baugan Inglés 4.0, the radio show with Kyle Miller. Following class by class, step by step, the material of Baugan Inglés 4.0 on Aprende Inglés TV. Class 105. Let's go! Beginner. Hello and welcome to class number 105. How are you today? Are you doing all right? I hope so. Because today, like every day, it's an important day and we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to learn some English. So let's get started. Let's begin with a review of yesterday's material. Class number 104. Yesterday, you were asking me some questions. Questions with was and were. Ask me if I was in Barcelona yesterday. Kyle, were you in Barcelona yesterday? Were you in Barcelona yesterday? Were. So here, really, we have the were sound. You have to be careful with this sound. The pronunciation can be difficult. Were. Were you in Barcelona yesterday? Second person, were. No, I wasn't. I wasn't in Barcelona yesterday. Ask me if I was friends with Fitz 6 years ago. Kyle, were you friends with Fitz 6 years ago? Second person again. So were you? Were you? Ask me again, faster. Kyle, were you friends with Fitz 6 years ago? Yes, I was. I was friends with Fitz 6 years ago. Ask me if I was friends with Layla 6 years ago. Kyle, were you friends with Layla 6 years ago? No, I wasn't. I wasn't friends with Layla 6 years ago. I didn't know her. Ask me if I was a teacher 5 years ago. Kyle, were you a teacher 5 years ago? Yes, I was a teacher 5 years ago. Ask me if I was a teacher 20 years ago. Kyle, were you a teacher 20 years ago? No, I wasn't a teacher 20 years ago. Ask me if my brother was at home yesterday. Was your brother? Now, third person. So we have this S, was. Was your brother at home yesterday? Was your brother at home yesterday? Yes, he was. He was at home. At his home. Not my home in Spain, but he was at home. He was at his home yesterday. Ask me if my brother was in Spain last summer. Kyle, was your brother in Spain last summer? No, he wasn't. He wasn't in Spain last summer. Ask me if my parents were in Spain 2 years ago. Kyle, were your parents in Spain 2 years ago? Yes, my parents were in Spain 2 years ago. They weren't in Spain last year, but they were in Spain 2 years ago. Okay? Now we can move on to the last part that we saw in yesterday's class, which is our translation list. Translation. It is time now for translation list number 30. We saw this list yesterday, and now we will review the list. So make sure you repeat out loud with me. Number 1. Él es amigo mío. Con la contracción, ¿cómo es? He's a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine. Number 2. Soy amigo de él. I'm a friend of his. I'm a friend of his. Number 3. Tú eres amigo de ella. You're a friend of hers. You're a friend of hers. Number 4. Ella es amiga tuya. She's a friend of yours. She's a friend of yours. Number 5. Son amigos nuestros. They're friends of ours. They're friends of ours. Number 6. Somos amigos de ellos. We're friends of theirs. We're friends of theirs. Number 7. Los míos y los de ella son parecidos. Mine and hers are similar. Mine and hers are similar. Yes, mine and hers, los míos, mine, y los de ella, hers, mine and hers are similar. Este es el final. This is the end. This is the end. Number 9. Los caballos son bonitos. Horses are pretty. Horses are pretty. Number 10. Este no es el único. This isn't the only one. This isn't the only one. Number 11. La mujer de Pepe es muy guapa. Pepe's wife is very pretty. And finally, number 12. Tu problema es sencillo. Your problem is simple. Your problem is simple. Very good. All right. Now, here we've seen an interesting structure. Hemos visto una estructura, interesante, an interesting structure. You're afraid of her. You're a friend of hers. A friend of hers, de ella. A friend of hers. She's a friend of yours. They're friends of ours. Amigos nuestros. Friends of ours. Okay. Now, we've seen that structure. If you study it, it's not very hard. So hopefully, I hope that you did okay with that list. Let's move on now to our word of the day. Word of the day. The word of the day today is the verb to climb. Escalar, to climb. To climb a mountain, for example. Every day I climb. Yesterday I climbed. To climb a mountain. But also, even with stairs or a ladder, we can say to climb the stairs or to climb a ladder. Yes, to climb a ladder. What's interesting here is we have the silent B, C-L-I-M-B, climb. Climb, it's silent. The word ends with the M sound, which is formed when we touch our lips together. Climb, climb, climb. So you have to close your lips with the letter M. This is very important. Every day I climb. Yesterday I climbed. Did you climb the stairs yesterday? Yes, I climbed the stairs yesterday. Do you climb the stairs every day? Yes, I climb the stairs every day. I climb the stairs every day. All right. Now, moving on into class number 105, we have short answers. We have answers in the negative. Do you know when it is? Actually, not a short answer. Give me a complete answer. Do you know when? This is an indirect question. Do you know when? Do you know where? So, do you know when the meeting is? No, I don't know when the meeting is. I don't know when the meeting is. Now, this is an indirect question. So the direct question would be, when is the meeting? The indirect question, do you know when the meeting is? Do you know when the meeting is? Okay, so the word order is different. We are not following a question word order. We are following an indirect word order. Do you know when it starts? So please give me a negative answer. Do you know when it starts? No, I don't know when it starts. Do you know when she gets home? No, I don't know when she gets home. Again, the direct question would be, when does she get home? With the auxiliary verb. When does she get home? I don't know. Excuse me, do you know when she gets home? No, I don't know when she gets home. Do you know where Layla lives? No, I don't know where Layla lives. Do you know when Fitz works? No, I don't know when Fitz works. Do you know who Fitz is? No, I don't know who he is. But of course you do, because you see him on television. Yes, I know who Fitz is. Do you know where they go after work? No, I don't know where they go after work. Do you know what it is made of? To be made of. Hecho de. ¿De qué está hecho? What is it made of? What is it made of? The indirect question. Excuse me, do you know what it is made of? Sangria. Do you know what sangria is made of? Yeah, I suppose wine, fruit juices, fruits, lemon. Nacho, what is sangria made of? Wine, lemon,
fruits.
Different fruits, oranges. Do you also add casera or 7-Up or no?
It depends.
It depends. Depends on what you want.
Someone's made this with casera and someone with lemon or...
So there's some freedom you can do. Okay. Because I don't know what it's made of. Kyle, do you know what sangria is made of? I don't know. I don't know what it's made of. Right? But yeah, now we know. So we have some freedom. Mm-hmm. Do you know why David moved to Spain? No, I don't know why David moved to Spain. Do you know where she is? Who? Carly. Do you know where she is? No, I don't know where she is. Do you know why it works? No, I don't know why it works. So the indirect question. Okay? They're practicing there with some negative answers. And we have to notice, it is very important to notice the difference in word order between direct questions and indirect questions. Okay? We will practice this again. Let's move on now to our vocabulary of the day. Vocabulary of the day. Yes, it is time for the vocabulary of the day, our 5 words of vocabulary. The first word is a verb, cerrar. To shut. To shut. Cerrar can also be to close, of course, but we say to shut. Gastar o pasar tiempo. Pasar tiempo or gastar. To spend. To spend money. To spend money on or spend time. Estudiar. To study. Do you study? Yes, I study. Did you study yesterday? Of course I studied yesterday. Hablar, charlar. To talk. Every day I talk, yesterday I talked. To talk. Yes, so it's important to talk, to practice talking, practice speaking in English, right? Listening and speaking, very important. Right? You have to have a well-rounded approach, right? A strategy for learning English that involves not only studying. You have to study, but you have to speak and you have to listen as well. Very important. Llevar puesto. To wear. I'm not wearing a tie. I'm not wearing a suit. I'm wearing pants. I wear pants every day. I wear shoes every day. I don't wear a tie every day. Sometimes I wear a tie. A veces. Sometimes I wear a tie. But I'm not wearing a tie today. Okay. Now moving on into class number 105. Well, the last part of class number 105, I should say. The last part, ask me. So here, again practicing indirect questions. Ask me if I know where Norway is. Kyle, do you know where Norway is? Yes, of course. Yes, I know where Norway is. Ask me if I know where Richard is. Kyle, do you know where Richard is? No, I don't know where Richard is. Ask me if I know what he feels like. Do you know what he feels like? No, I don't know what he feels like. Ask me if I know when he finishes work. Kyle, do you know when he finishes work? Do you know when he finishes work? Not today. No, I don't know when he finishes work. Ask me if I know why they work there. Kyle, do you know why they work there? Yes, I know why they work there. Ask me if I know what the problem with the computer is. Kyle, do you know what the problem with the computer is? No, I don't. I don't know what the problem with the computer is. I don't. Okay, we are out of time. We have run out of time. So I'm going to finish the show. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back in a few minutes with the intermediate portion. I hope you will keep listening, because the more you listen, the more you will improve. See you soon. Bye-bye.